Hello everyone. In one of our previous sessions, I've told you that I will show you VLAN filtering, so that time has come. Let me show you what I got. First, let's review the diagram from our previous session. It was a simple setup with a bridge and two virtual Ethernet interfaces, two different namespaces. For today, I need a more complex setup. Let me draw it for you. So here in the middle I have my multi-port bridge or a switch, and I have VTH1 interface with a peer VTH_1, and here I have VTH2 also with a peer VTH_2. Until now everything is the same as in the previous setup, but I will add two more virtual Ethernet pairs. So here I have VTH3 with a peer VTH_3, and here I have VTH4 and VTH_4. And with different colors, now I will not represent namespaces but VLANs. With this pink color, I have VLAN 10, and also over here is VLAN 10, and with a different color I have this other VLAN, which is VLAN 20, and here the same VLAN 20. Let's do also the IP addressing. 192.168.10.2/24, same as in previous setup. 192.168.10.1/24. Here I have 192.168.10.3/24, and here I will have 192.168.10.4/24. And every virtual Ethernet pair will be, actually every VTH_ interface will be in its own network namespace. Let's represent that also. Here I will have network namespace 2. Here I will have network namespace 3. Here I will have namespace 1 and namespace 4. So this is the basic diagram. Let's go to the console and start to configure stuff. Let me bring up my console. That should be enough. Let's check what we have from the last time. I still have the bridge. It's still up. let me add the extra interfaces. IP link add name VTH3 type virtual Ethernet peer VTH_3, and the other one IP link add name VTH4 type virtual Ethernet peer VTH_4. Here they are. Let me also create the namespaces for this. IP network namespace add NS3 and also NS4. Now let's move these interfaces in their dedicated network namespace. IP link set VTH_3 network namespace NS3, and the other one set dev VTH4 network namespace NS4. And let's configure the interfaces inside the namespaces. IP -n NS3 link set VTH_3. Let's bring it up. Let's assign an IP address, not link address, add 192.168.10.3/24 VTH_3. Let's display this to be sure. -n NS3 address show. We are good to go to the other namespace. IP -n NS4 link set VTH4 up. Let's assign an IP address. NS4 address add 192.168.10.4/24 VTH_4. Let's check our progress. -n NS4 address show. Looking good. Let's come back to the default network namespace. I have these two interfaces which are in down state. Let's bring this up. Now they are up, VTH3 and VTH4. What I need to do now is assign these two interfaces to bridge 0. If we are displaying the bridge links, you can see I have VTH1 and VTH2 assigned. I still need to assign VTH3 and VTH4. Let's do that. VTH3 master bridge 0 IP link set dev VTH3 4 master bridge 0. Let's display the bridge interfaces. Show bridge 0. Looking good. And now let's do a ping test, a connectivity test. IP network namespace exec NS1. Let's ping from NS1 to NS4. Ping 192.168.10.4, and it's working. Of course, it's working because I still haven't configured the VLAN filtering. All of the interfaces are in VLAN 1, so the same broadcast domain. Let's do the VLAN filtering part now. And we haven't touched VLAN filtering actually until now. If we display the bridge properties with details, I also like a bit of color. IP link show BR0. If you look at the details of this bridge, you will see here VLAN filtering. This one is not enabled. In order to enable that, I will use IP link set If you don't remember the attributes that you can configure for the bridge and you are trying to type help, this is not the correct way to do it. I don't have any bridge related stuff over here. What I need to do is to also add type bridge, and now if I'm typing help, I can see all these bridge related sub commands and attributes. This is the one I'm interested in, VLAN filtering. So IP link set dev vr0 type bridge VLAN filtering 1. Let's display again the bridge, and now VLAN filtering is active. How we are going to configure VLANs? For this, we are also going to use the bridge command with in VLAN subsection. So let's display the help. What I can do here is add and delete VLANs and also show VLANs. Let's display the VLANs. Bridge VLAN show. As I told you, I only have VLAN 1 assigned, and that's it. I want to configure VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. So let's see how we can add VLAN 10. Actually, let's explain a bit the syntax of the add command here. Actually, I will explain it as I type. So bridge VLAN add VLAN ID. Now I'm typing the VLAN ID. I specify the device for which I'm configuring this VLAN, VTH1, and these flags are important here. I have the primary VLAN ID, which means that any frame that enters this interface untagged will be put in this VLAN. It will traverse the bridge associated with this VLAN. In my case, VLAN 10. Let's do that. Primary VLAN ID. It's something similar with Cisco native VLAN. Actually, it will be similar with Cisco native VLAN if I also use untagged. So I'm going to use actually untagged, and these two ones are a bit misleading. The way to remember these things, you should use master whenever you are configuring VLANs or on interfaces other than BR0, than the bridge itself. So for VTH1, VTH2, whatever other interface apart from the bridge itself, I need to use master, which is also the default option. If I'm not specifying it, it will be implied. And you should use self when you are configuring stuff for bridge zero itself. So if I'm adding a VLAN for bridge 0, I need to use self. For sure, I will use this this attribute in a future session. For today, I'm not going to be using this. So let's do this. Let's also add bridge VLAN, also VLAN 10 on device VTH2, primary VLAN ID, untagged. I can use master, but the result will be the same as with the first command. Let's check that, bridge VLAN show. If I'm doing right now a test, you will see that namespace 1 can communicate with namespace 2 because they share a common VLAN, but these two ones cannot communicate with with namespace 1 and namespace 2. Let me show you that. IP network namespace exec ns1 ping 192.168.10.2. It's working all right, but with 3 is not working all right, and also with 4. And what should we take from this? Because if you are looking here, I have VLAN 1. I still have VLAN 1 for all the interfaces, but why is not working is because all the traffic that is produced by my ping commands is untagged traffic. So even if I have here VLAN, I have it here in VTH1. I originate traffic in VTH1. So let's draw this. VTH1, VTH_1 actually. This is where I originate the traffic, and it's coming through our virtual cable to VTH1 and to the multiport bridge, and I want to ping VTH4. Actually VTH_4, and the traffic is not flowing because, and here I have on this port I have VLAN 1 and VLAN 10, but this is untagged traffic, and the primary VLAN ID for this port is 10. So as traffic enters here, it will be assigned VLAN 10 and transported through the switch as associated with VLAN 10, and it will the frame will exit out of interfaces which have VLAN 10 assigned. So here I only have VLAN 1, so the traffic is not flowing. If you don't believe me and you want to check this, let's do that right now. Let's bring the tmux session and split the screen. And over here I will put myself in context of namespace 1, network namespace exec ns1 bash, and do a ping 192.168.10.4. And let me go down here and try to mess with the bridge VLAN show. So I want to reach this interface here. Let me add VLAN 10 as primary VLAN ID and see what's happening. VLAN bridge VLAN add virtual VLAN ID 10 VTH4 primary VLAN ID untagged master. Why not? Nothing happens. Oh, actually, it took a bit. So now I have replies. So I hope this was clear enough for you. Let me delete VLAN 1. With this occasion, I will show you also how to delete VLANs. Bridge VLAN del VLAN ID 1 device VTH1. I will delete it from all the interfaces, so the things are more clear for you right now. I can also delete it from bridge 0. Doesn't matter. I'm not using that as an interface right now. If I want to delete it from bridge 0, I need to use the self keyword, as I tried to explain you a bit earlier. So now I have these ones. Sorry, I'm trying to modify the ping here. If I'm trying to ping VLAN 3 because I don't have VTH3 configured with VLAN 10. Ping is not working. Let's configure that right now. Bridge VLAN VTH3 primary VLAN ID untagged. So it's working. What else? Let's display the forwarding database and see what's happening over there. Bridge forwarding database show only the dynamic interfaces. So things look all right here. What if I'm configuring VLAN 10 and VLAN 20 the way I figured it in the diagram? Let's do that. Let me stop this ping because it's annoying. Actually, let's get out of here. So VTH3 and VTH4, I will put them in VLAN 20. Bridge VLAN add VLAN ID 20 dev VTH3 primary VLAN ID untagged. I need to use primary VLAN ID because, as I told you, I can only generate untagged traffic, at least in my setup right now. VLAN add VLAN ID not 30, 20 untagged. And I also want to configure this for VTH4 and delete VLAN 30 from device VTH3, bridge VLAN show, and I also want to delete the VLAN 10 from VTH3 and VTH4, bridge VLAN del VLAN ID 10 VTH3 what device VTH3 and VTH4 bridge VLAN show. Now things are looking exactly as in the diagram. Sorry. Let's do a couple of pings. IP network namespace exec ns1 ping 192.168.10.2. Namespace 2 is working. Namespace 3, of course, I do not have connectivity because I'm not in the same broadcast domain. Let's do also from namespace 3 to namespace 4, IP network namespace exec ns3 ping 192.168.10.4. I wanted to do these pings because I want to show you the forwarding database now. Dynamic. And what I want you to observe here is I have the MAC addresses associated with the different VLANs, right? I can show you, I can go again in tmux and show you the MAC addresses for each interface in each network namespace, but you have to believe me, things are like this. So you need to practice with this, and you need to think. Let me show the syntax for bridge VLAN. Help. You need to think of how you can combine, especially these two attributes, when you are configuring your VLANs on your interfaces. You can have a primary VLAN ID, and then you can associate other VLANs, and the interface will process tagged frames for those VLANs. For those of you who have experience with Cisco, you will see, or you already seen that there's not a one-to-one correspondence between Linux bridging and the way Cisco is doing it, and there might be some, I don't know, questions that you have in your mind. I'm waiting for those questions in the comments, and I have one question for you. What would be the use case for a interface with multiple untagged VLANs? So once again, what will be the use case for an interface that has let's say 10 VLANs untagged? Think about it and answer me in the comments. In one of the next sessions, I will also show you how to route this bridge, this broadcast domains. That should be interesting. So that's all for now. Hope this has been helpful, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.